Guys, Will here with W.T.F Car Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2023 Acura Integra A-Spec.
And huge thanks to Ken and Brandon at Regal Acura in Lakeland, Florida for making this review possible. They have an impressive dealership. I'll leave a link to it below, and if you're looking for a new premium vehicle in the Florida area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and ask for Brandon.
And for those of you guys who don't know, ever since Acura was introduced as a manufacturer back in 1986, the Integra has been a part of their lineup, available as both a 3- and 5-door hatchback and a 4-door sedan. Discontinued for the American market back in 2001 and renamed the RSX, which was a 2-door hatchback available with 2 different power plants. It was a pretty sporty vehicle, later to be transitioned into the TSX, which was a 4-door sedan. Same with the ILX. I was actually an owner of a 2018 ILX, and I love that car. Available, of course, with a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine and an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. It was surprisingly quick. You could do 0 to 60 in the low 6-second range. And for 2023, Acura released this all-new Integra. The 2023 Integra replaces the ILX, available in 3 different trim levels, starting with the base at around $30,000. All Integras come equipped with a 200 horsepower, 1.5-liter turbo VTEC engine. We get a 6-speed manual transmission in this Integra. The 6-speed manuals include a limited slip differential. All Integras get an integrated dynamic system with individual mode, adaptive damper system, 4-wheel disc brakes, front McPherson strut suspension with rear multi-link suspension, and electric power steering. The electric power steering rack actually feels very direct with surprisingly good feel, and the base features at the $30,000 Integra includes a 9-inch touchscreen, power driver's seat, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. You upgrade a couple $1,000 to the A-Spec package. We get the exclusive styling, 18-inch alloy wheels, 235/40 R18 wheels and tires, LED fog lights, rear decklit spoiler, and sport pedals. You upgrade to the tech package. That includes the Acura ELS Studio Premium audio system with 16 speakers, sports seats with micro suede inserts, Acura Link communication system, heads-up display, wireless phone charger, front and rear parking sensors, low-speed braking control, and rain-sensing wipers. Totaling out around $35,800 for the base price. The only options we have here are this $500 Platinum White Pearl Metallic paint color. After $1,100 destination charge, total price sitting a tick over $37,000. What do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice those beautiful jewel eye LED headlamps with the LED daytime running strip. Integra underneath the front headlight. The black headlight housing is beautiful. It says Acura underneath. Not quite sure if you can pick it up on camera. This platinum white pearl paint color is absolutely gorgeous. It contrasts the black accents absolutely perfectly. Like, look at this, very sleek styling. It reminds me of the Acura ILX for the front end, but that's not a bad thing because the post-refresh ILX had a very sleek appearance too. A very impressive airflow too for the intercooler down below and radiator up top for this 1.5-liter turbo. Full front parking sensing, solid airflow too in both corners. As far as the wheel and tire setup, we can take a step over here. These are upgraded rims. These are 19-inch matte black rims wrapped in 235/35 R19 Goodyear Eagle tires. A-Spec badge in the top right corner of the fender, body color mirror, and a little 2-tone contrast with an LED turn signal in the center. The glass fills up the entire frame. Blind spot monitoring, black trim for the window trim, blacked out B-pillar, smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Very sleek look when it comes to the side profile. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a Genesis G70 out rear, the way it slopes out back. Again, none of the body panels on this vehicle are shared with the Civic Si. Outside of the power plant and transmission, which I guess counts as the power plant, this vehicle really shares 0 similarities. But then again, to be expected because the Civic Si is a sports sedan, whereas this is considered a hatchback or liftback. The side skirts are blacked out too. Same rear wheel and tire setup, only difference is a slightly smaller brake caliper. And the gas cap is push to open, easy fill, premium fuel recommended. Out rear LED tail lamps, that did not close. LED tail lamps with a clear LED turn signal, A-Spec badge, carbon fiber rear decklit spoiler. Hopefully you guys can pick up the carbon fiber. Also a dealer accessory, same with all the black badges you see. It'll cost you a little bit extra, but it's a very sleek appearance, especially with the tints, which are also a dealer accessory. It says Integra underneath your right taillight, full rear parking sensing, aggressive looking diffuser with your dual exhaust tips. And speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up this 1.5-liter turbo and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was of course the sound of the 1.5 liter VTEC turbo sold by Acura for this all new 2023 Integra. I'm liking how they give us an Acura badge right up top in the intake manifold area. Not liking how the battery's in the driver's side, not the best for weight balance, but they do seem to push the motor to the left quite a bit, which should help. I like the aluminum stick connecting the strut towers too, should function as a strut tower brace. But what you see is basically what you get. Again, this motor makes 200 horsepower, 192 pound-feet of torque, made it to the 6-speed manual transmission. You can expect 0 to 60 around 7 seconds. So yes, a little bit slower compared to the ILX, but the power delivery should be a lot smoother with a lot more low-end torque, which we'll see once we take it out for the drive. And again, the ILX hasn't been available with a manual since I believe like 2016, 2017, but we can shut this thing right up right as we figure out this prop rod. Very, very hot hood area, so it would have been nice if we got some struts with this all new 2023 Integra. But you guys can check out the front styling one more time. Those daytime running lights are beautiful, and for some reason they're not even flickering on my camera. Daytime running lights usually flicker like crazy on camera, but these do not. As far as the interior, again, this is the fully loaded 2023 A-Spec with the tech package, so this is going to be an impressive interior. As far as the door panel, soft touch up top, leather stitch trim in the lower area for the armrest, and it is extremely soft red leather for the center as well. Aluminum door handle, looks like it's basically straight out of my Camaro LT1. Auto one touch for both of the front windows. Power windows out rear, 4-way adjustable mirrors. They are not power folding, but they are folding mirrors. 16 speaker ELS Studio 3D audio system. You got 2 speakers on the door panel. The lower area is of course hard plastic. You can fit a foot long with no problem, and a 16 to 20 ounce water bottle. Stepping inside, we get a plastic cover on this A-Spec nameplate. The seats are beautiful, so they're red leather with some black leather accents too, and red suede Alcantara for the center. Looks absolutely gorgeous, and they're incredibly comfortable. Lumbar control, 4-way. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. As far as this interior in general, we can take a step inside and really check it out. And first thing we notice is the steering wheel. It's completely updated compared to the previous ILX. Very similar to what we had in the Civic Si that we reviewed, but I'm actually liking the feel of this leather a little bit more. Red accent stitching too, 10 and 2 bolstering notches are solid, 9 and 3 feels very good in your hands. No flat bottom, but I'm still liking the steering wheel A-Spec badge beneath. The horn area is rubberized as far as the horn itself. Okay, it's pretty aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. You can skip your songs, adjust the volume, voice commands, cruise control, radar cruise, and lane keep assist. The turn signal stocks have a very satisfying click to them too. Rain sensing wipers. The 10.25 inch digital instrumentation cluster is available on your A-Spec tech package. And check this out. So once you start this vehicle up, you'll see, you hear that? It shows us an Acura Integra and then shuts off with a Acura badge. You start it right back up by pressing the button. Boom. Very cool design overall. But as far as the 10.2 inch display, it is basically just a digitally illuminated analog display. You can't configure it too much. You get about a 6,400 RPM tach, traffic sign recognition, 160 mile-an-hour speedometer. This is pretty cool, so check this out. As I step on the brakes, that little picture also steps on its brakes, which is very, very cool. You can adjust the right side simply by controlling this little button, so you can adjust the heads-up display, which is available also on your tech package. Gauge display settings, brightness, no content, safety support, tire pressure, maintenance, driver attention level, navigation, which is a really cool turn-by-turn feature for the digital display, average speed, range, and average fuel economy. But my personal favorite to look at all times will probably be your range and average fuel economy. So you can adjust between AM, FM, Sirius, USB, Bluetooth, apps, Alexa. You can customize the display too, so you can audio and clock and all that, but we're not going to adjust anything. We'll let the owner of this vehicle adjust everything to their liking. My personal favorite to look at all times would probably just be, we'll leave it at phone, why not? But anyway, continuing along, all 2023 Integras get this 9-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Doesn't seem like we get navigation, which is kind of odd. As far as like the vehicle settings, we can check them out right here. So the driver 1 settings, you can adjust it by driver, keyless access setup, lighting setup, door window setup, driver position setup, individual settings, and the maintenance information. Very customizable. You can return home simply by pressing this button. The home screen just simply puts you right back in this first screen. So I'll just leave it here for the purpose of this review. Not quite sure where I would leave it, maybe leave it at just like the song that's currently playing and call it a day. So this does look a little bit dated for 2023 and a top trim A-Spec tech. I would expect a little bit more going on with the infotainment display. The materials beneath are still soft touch. The entire dashboard is soft touch. The air vents are similar to the Civic Si, except they do not continue throughout the dash like they do in the Civics, but very similar overall layout. Dual zone auto climate control, heated seats, no ventilated seats. The tech package also gets a wireless phone charger, USB-C port, USB port, and a 12-volt good spot for a radar detector. You can get a good look at your pedals. They are sport illuminated on the A-Spec trim. Drive mode select, dynamic mode, so you have sport, normal, and comfort. We'll start the review off in sport because I personally prefer sport mode with the slightly heavier steering and sharper throttle. We'll compare it to comfort and normal and just see what the overall differences are. Individual mode 2, you press individual and you press and hold if you want to customize. You can adjust the engine, steering, suspension, idle, stop, and the gauge. So you can permanently disable the engine start stop feature, which is a huge thumbs up for Acura in my opinion. But we're not going to adjust any of the individual settings. We'll start the review off, as we mentioned, in sport mode. Electronic parking brake with brake hold, 6-speed manual transmission. That's the bread and butter of this car. The previous ILX has not been available with a manual transmission in quite some time. Pretty crisp too, basically the same thing as a Civic Si that we reviewed. To put it in reverse, you slap it all the way to the right, pull it back. The backup camera has pretty decent resolution, front and rear parking sensing. We do not get a 360. You can adjust the view out of your rear as well, and over the top little trailer hitch view if you want to really maximize the space between you and the car behind you, say you're parallel parking in the city. Nice camera angles. My personal favorite is the wide angle that we see right here. You throw it right back into neutral and the screen returns to its home screen. 2 cup holders. You can't cover this up, but there's a pass-through, good spot for a phone. Soft armrest, I'm liking it. Red contrast stitching too. The space is decent, very deep. You can easily fit a 2-liter bottle of soda in here, but that would probably be just about it. The glove box is outlined in more of that really soft, looks like leather trim, could be faux leather, but it feels extremely high quality. You open it up, it is damped, not lined with felt, but you're fitting at least 20, possibly 25 license plates in there. You should be able to fit a pair of shoes, some faux aluminum, faux carbon fiber trim right above it. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror, that looks pretty high quality. Sunglass holder, sunroof, pretty cool. You can open it up simply by pulling it back. The sunroof goes into the roof itself. It doesn't just sit right above like a sore thumb. You can poke our way out of here. It's a pretty hot day today in Lakeland, Florida. Sunny and about 90 degrees, but pretty beautiful compared to some of the other days. It's been over 100 quite a few times this week. But other than that, that's about it for this interior. To the left of the steering wheel, we get the traction control that you can disable, tilt and telescope, but that's about it. You can take a look at this window sticker real quick, see any features that I may have missed. Again, we got the 2023 Integra A-Spec Tech with the platinum white pearl paint color and red interior. Standard features, you can pause, take a look at all of these. These are the features you get in the A-Spec package. These are the features you get on the Tech package, and the Acura watch features. Also impressive with adaptive cruise, collision mitigation braking, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, and road departure mitigation. All for a base price at $35,800, $500 for this platinum pearl metallic paint color. And you see that right, 6-year, 70,000 mile powertrain warranty, not a 5-year 50,000 or 5-year 60,000 that we got on the ILX, and a 4-year 50,000 mile limited vehicle warranty. After an $1,100 destination charge, our total price is $37,395. Pretty good on gas, 30 mpgs, 26 city, 36 on the highway. We can put this window sticker back. That's about it for the front seat and features of this 2023 Acura Integra. Let's check out the back seat real quick, see how much space is offered back there. Check out the hatch area too, and then take this thing out for a drive. So taking a step out back, the materials are hard plastic up top, which I wouldn't really expect for the top of the line trim, but the materials beneath are all gushy soft red leather, power windows, nice aluminum door handle, 2 speakers on the door panel. A-Spec badge as we step inside, more of that red leather trim. The padding doesn't go out to the door frame, but it does feel very soft. So a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings. I still have a ton of space. I feel like the Civic had a little bit more space than this, but still plenty spacious enough. We get map pockets behind the passenger, no map pockets behind the driver. I'm not quite sure why the seat is down, but again, this is a hatchback. You can take a look at the tonneau cover back there. That is all exposed if you take that tonneau cover off. 2 USB ports, no air vents back here either. I would expect air vents on the top of the line trim. The center cubby area, no string, you gotta jab your hand into it, but the leather feels very soft. 2 cup holders, you should be able to fit 2 12-ounce bottles with no issues. Interior lighting is LED. The headliner is pretty hard, not the softest headliner, but really not a big deal. Solid light bar into the cabin thanks to that sunroof. That's about it though for this back seat. We can go take a look at the trunk real quick, or hatch, whatever you like to call it, and then take this thing out for a drive. That deck lid carbon fiber spoiler looks very beautiful. We don't get an auto opening hatch, but it's still hydraulically assisted, not a big deal. As we mentioned, that tonneau cover is removable, but if you don't want people that are walking by to see what you got going on in the hatch of your Integra, I would personally leave it right there. The space, really impressive. I love how it caves in, should be perfect for groceries, not flying around. We get the subwoofer for the ELS Studio 3D sound system, and it sounds really, really good. One of the better sound systems I've heard from Acura, probably because the cabin's a little bit smaller, but still give them credit where it's due. You can fit a grocery bag in there, don't have to worry about it flying around thanks to that cargo net. Some secret storage. This is where your Fix-A-Flat kit is housed. Underneath this, doesn't look like you got anything going on, and that does include a funnel. The seats fall down 60-40 split. Very spacious though. We can shut this thing up, take a step back, and we'll walk around one more time, get a good look at this Integra styling, and it's beautiful. Those tints, black accents with this platinum pearl white paint is a perfect combination. But other than that, that's about it for the interior and exterior of this all-new 2023 Acura Integra. Let's take it out for a drive. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all-new 2023 Acura Integra A-Spec tech package. Let's take it out for a drive. And first thing I notice is the clutch engages a little bit closer to up top. It doesn't quite engage in the center point, and I know it kind of looks like we're off-roading right now, but we're not. This is considered a parking lot actually for this park, but the ride quality is good. Like, even on this off-road environment, the first thing I noticed when taking it into this park, you see those speed bumps, we rode over them and it felt surprisingly composed. And in sport mode, the gas pedal is more sensitive, but it's not overly sensitive. So, like, personally, with the 6-speed manual transmission, I'd personally leave it in sport mode at all times, and hopefully you guys can pick up that heads-up display. It looks impressive. This guy looks like he's making a left turn, so we can hop out here. Whew, feels strong. Nice. But again, right here, turning it in, feels strong on the gas. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, this thing is nimble. Wow. And as far as like the auto rev match, this thing does have rev matching. Throw it in and coming out. Nice. On the brakes. And coming out. Alright guys, we could turn around right here. As far as the turning radius, it's impressive. And stepping back out on the gas. Woo! Yeah, this thing's quick, but it's not going to blow you away in terms of speed. Throwing it in, not bad. Like, the handling is impressive in this car. You can hit twisties really quickly. You can get in some trouble with this thing one time on the brakes. Yeah. Throwing it in one more time. Nice. Yeah, this is a very playful vehicle, guys. The handling is good. The handling is, it doesn't feel any worse than the Civic Si that we reviewed in this channel. I actually prefer this vehicle to the Civic Si. The handling is there. The luxury is impressive, guys. The low end torque, once that turbo kicks in, it is moving. The top end, it's definitely not quicker than the ILX, but the handling is better. The handling is without question better than the ILX. And the low end torque, yeah. And if the low end torque's not good enough for you, you can always just downshift it right back down into second. And coming out. Brakes, throwing it in. Wow, it's just so much fun. But other than that, we can throw it in the 6th gear. We're gonna have to beat this thing up too badly, but it is just a blast to drive. If you're in the market for a spacious, luxurious, fun to drive vehicle, this is a great way to go. The materials are excellent. The ride quality is impressive. You feel basically no bumps. Quiet interior. We'll do a window check. And we do not get dual pane windows. Wouldn't be expected with a car in this price range. But it's really quiet in the interior. The ride quality is great. It feels like you're riding in a cloud. And this manual transmission is so much fun. The rev matches. Sharp low end torque. Yeah. And the top end can also get up and go pretty well too. But other than that, that's about it for this 2023 Acura Integra. I had a blast driving it. But like I said, if you're in the market for a spacious, luxurious, fun to drive 4-door vehicle, I would definitely recommend checking out this all-new Integra. It's really beautiful. The driving dynamics are mind-blowing. Compared to the ILX, you can definitely feel that this is a completely redesigned vehicle from the ground up. The handling is impressive. The low-end torque, miles ahead of the 2.4 that we had from the ILX. The top end is also close. They make about the same horsepower figures. So as far as performance, you got it. As far as the interior luxury, you've seen this interior with the suede Alcantara leather just about everywhere that you'll touch. Steering wheel feels so good in your hands. I would definitely recommend checking this car out if you're in the market for a spacious, affordable, fun to drive vehicle. And a huge thanks to Ken and Brandon at Regal Acura in Lakeland, Florida for making this review possible. They have an impressive dealership. I'll leave a link to their inventory below. And if you're in the market for a new premium vehicle in the Lakeland, Tampa, Orlando area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And that's for Brandon. And huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know I have endless gratitude for all the subscribers. You know, the channel is just not possible without you guys, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars or trucks you'd like to see reviewed in this channel too. And I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.